Hello, everybody. I hope you got rid of any distractions you may have near you because this episode is all about focus. Do people get more focused when they're high or less focused? Or does it mutate into some other strange form of focus? Well, lucky for you, I just happen to have some people who are ready to talk about that.
Oh man, marijuana definitely affects my focus. Absolutely. Especially in the morning, I cannot smoke. I will not focus.
Focus changes. I think focus changes differently.
My level of focus changes.
It's like taking ADD medication and you're just zoned in for a couple hours.
It's never affected me from like focusing me on my work.
Focus can either be more honed in or it can be more scattered.
The focus is there definitely if it's something that I like to do.
If I'm focused on something that is a mundane task and I've had to hit a pot, my focus can be really sharp.
I can concentrate on watching something longer or listening to a conversation a lot of the times.
It almost makes me more interested, especially when you're learning about 17th century British literature.
Sometimes if I need to think about something differently, it will help me focus on only that, which I really appreciate.
I mean, I've noticed in driving, I'm a little bit more precise.
Focus was more focus on small things like, oh, look, when you're writing, look at how your little fingers like that. Oh, that's ridiculous. How do you even get your finger, silly stuff on small details.
I do like that pot makes me more focused. Sometimes. Most of the time.
There has definitely been a lot of moments when I've been, I just smoked 2 or 3 one-hitters. I sit down to my computer and I'm like, all right, I'm going to learn these songs. Then, boom, the songs are done and it's 4 or 5 hours later.
Being in the creative world, it allows me to focus in on what I need to accomplish and do it in an efficient manner. And when I'm stoned, I'm a lot more focused and I get one line of things done better, more efficiently, but I do lose track of those other side things.
There was a real fluidity to my focus. It was kind of effortless sort of flow. It really made it easier to go from one concept to the next one.
I animate or I play music, or these are things that are click, 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 move, click. These are things that if I just had the time to do that, I would do that. But when you're high, that is what you're doing. So I guess in a way that goes back to time too, doesn't it? It opens up you get a new perception of time, and focus is great.
So, what was the question again exactly?
Though the unfocused thing can sometimes be an issue as well. I mean, you can get so unfocused that you didn't get done the thing that you wanted to get done when you were high, or the focus shifts onto something that just shows up and you become more like a dog that smells something someplace good and you're like, I'll go do that, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
I don't know that being high really helps you focus. It doesn't help me focus in the sense of being able to achieve things productively. I remember once attempting to do Spanish homework while high. This was not a difficult Spanish problem. I did it with my friend and we started laughing because we could not get the work done. So in that sense, I don't think it helps focus at all.
Maybe certain analytical tasks became a little more difficult. I remember doing homework and just thinking, I should not have smoked before this.
But I tended to focus more on what I needed to do. And I think the reason why is I had this mindset of, if I'm smoking pot, I'm doing something it's fun. Something is fun, even if it's something that I know isn't fun. So doing homework or cleaning the house isn't generally looked upon as something fun to do. But if I'm doing it while I'm stoned, it becomes fun.
There's a lot of things that can, make your focus go elsewhere, but I don't necessarily know that marijuana is one of those for me personally.
If I'm not being a complete glutton with weed, I can stay focused. I can drive, I can play music, I can learn music, I can teach music, I can run power tools. Nothing has ever happened because of weed. I've never gotten into a crazy bad car accident because of it. I've never I am famous for leaving the coffee pot on. Sometimes the coffee pot stays on. But in my defense, my wife has also done that. Now I'm flustered. Never mind. Yeah, it fucks up my focus once in a while.
You are able to pick and choose sometimes what you want to focus on.
What marijuana does is it allows me to pay attention to things that I don't think about in a particularly thoughtful or conscious or direct way. They are the kinds of thoughts that I might simply say, oh yeah, and dismiss, whereas they are kind of front and center when high.
So yeah, what was the main focus of this though? The focus, right, focus. That was good, right. I forgot about the focus question while focusing on focusing. So, but focus is great.
So, how does your focus change when you are high? Do you become laser focused on one thing, or do you focus on a lot of things at once, or both? Or maybe it has no effect. I really would love to hear from you. I urge you to tell me your thoughts and stories by sending an email or a message on the various social media site platforms things. If anybody actually sends me something, I'll read it on an upcoming episode, anonymously, of course, unless you say otherwise. And in the next episode, my subjects will talk about their memory when they're high.